Sandeep and Dr. Renu Thupar for gracing us with their presence at the dais today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on this journey of knowledge and collaboration, it is our tradition to seek the blessings of the divine. We begin with the lighting of the lamp ceremony. We light this lamp to bring in light and wisdom, symbolizing the start of our journey. We will seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, who represents knowledge, creativity, and learning. To commence this auspicious ceremony, may I request all the dignitaries present on the dais to kindly step forward and light the ceremonial lamp, accompanied by faculty members, as we illuminate our path with the light of knowledge and wisdom. With the lamp illuminated and the spirit of Saraswati Vandana resonating within us, we are ready to embark on this training program with renewed enthusiasm. It is now my privilege to invite a respected figure whose leadership and vision have been instrumental in shaping the Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences. She has been a guiding force in promoting sustainable practices and fostering an environment of learning and innovation. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Renu Dhupar, the Assistant Director of Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences, for her welcome address. Can we have a huge round of applause?
Good morning, students, and welcome to our esteemed guests, participants, and experts gathered here for the hands-on training program on tools and techniques of water quality monitoring, sampling, analysis, and quality assurance. It is an absolute pleasure to have you all for join us on this important event, which is held from 12th February to 16th February 2024. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you today and address this extreme gathering. Thank you all for taking out your time and being present at this important training program. Water, as we all know, is the essence of life. Its quality directly impacts human health, ecosystem, and overall sustainability. In light of this, the significance of effective water quality monitoring, sampling, analysis, and quality assurance cannot be overstated. This 5 day training program represents a crucial step towards equipping ourselves with the necessary knowledge and skills to safeguard this precious water resource. Over the 5 next days, we have a comprehensive agenda planned, featuring hands-on sessions, field visits, and interactive discussions with experts members related to these areas. These activities are designed not only to enhance your technical capabilities, but also foster collaboration, exchange of ideas among participants from diverse backgrounds. On this occasion, it is honor and privilege for us to welcome our Honorable Founder President, Sir Dr. Ashok Kumar Chauhan ji. Today, we are able to conduct this event because of his constant moral support, blessing, and strength. He is a guiding force for us. Sir's unwavering commitment to excellence, innovation, and integrity continues to guide us on our journey towards realizing our shared goals and aspirations. Sir's vision has inspired us to reach new heights and overcome challenges with resilience and sustainability with determination. My deep regards and thanks to respected Chancellor, Sir Dr. Atul Chauhan, Sir. It is his vision and leadership that has placed Amity University among the top universities in the world. Sir epitomized the values of leadership, wisdom, and vision that guide our university and the unwavering commitment to the excellence in education, research, and community engagement serves as a beacon of inspiration to all of us. I'm delighted to welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Madam, Professor Barvinder Shukla, ma'am. She is a guiding force for us. With her support, motivation, and inspiration, we are able to plan this 5 day training program. She is an excellent administrator who leads by example, who polish each one of us and leads us towards excellence. Ma'am's leadership is a beacon of inspiration for our university and guiding us towards excellence and innovation that we all are doing. Ma'am's dedication to the pursuit of knowledge, academic excellence, and community engagement has left an indelible mark on our university and the lives of those we are serving. It is with great pleasure and honor we are extending a very warm welcome to Sundeep Sir as our esteemed guest of honor from the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Sir, your presence today is a testament to your dedication and commitment to environmental conservation and sustainable development. We deeply appreciate the invaluable insights and expertise that you bring to our gathering, and we are truly honored to have you with us on this 5 day training program. Welcome, sir. It is a great honor that we extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Mandal, Scientist F from the National Center for Seismology, Ministry of Earth Sciences. May your time with us be rewarding and enriching, sir, and may your collaboration contribute to the advancement of seismic research and preparedness efforts. Welcome, sir, to this 5 days 5 days training program. My warm greeting and welcome to Professor D.K. Bandopadhyay, sir. Chief Advisor, Founder President Office, and Chairperson, MIT Law School, and mentor of Natural Resource and Environmental Science domain, for his continuous guidance and motivation always. I'm thankful for your kind support, suggestion, and guidance given to us when we are required. Your guidance, mentorship has shaped the lives and careers of many, and we eagerly anticipate the wisdom you all will share with us in this platform. Welcome, sir. To all the participants, I applaud your initiative in joining for us this 5 days training program, and your presence here reflects your commitment to excellence in your respective fields. And I'm confident that the knowledge gained from this program will empower you to make meaningful contribution to the field of water conservation and leads to the sustainable water management. As we embark on this journey together, let us approach it with open minds, eagerness to learn, and shared determination to make a positive impact on the society. Let us seize this opportunity to deepen our understanding, refine our skills, and explore innovative solution to the challenge which we are facing nowadays related to the crisis of water resources. Once again, a warm welcome to each one of you who have joined this training program. May this training program be a source of inspiration and collaboration as we work towards ensuring clean and sustainable water sources for present and future generation. Welcome to Amity University, dear participants. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words. Your insights have indeed set the stage for a day filled with valuable learning and collaboration. Moving on, we are honored to have with us a distinguished figure whose guidance and mentorship have been instrumental in the growth of our institution. His unwavering dedication to fostering excellence in education and research has left an indelible mark on our academic community. Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Chief Advisor to Founder President, Chairman of Amity Law School, has not only provided leadership but has also served as a shining example of inspiration to all of us at the Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences. His vast experience and wisdom have been invaluable in shaping not only the academic pursuits but also the values of our Amity family. As a dedicated mentor, he has nurtured countless talents, instilling in them the importance of integrity, innovation, and academic excellence. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Professor D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, with a resounding round of applause as we express our deepest gratitude for his unwavering commitment to excellence.
So good morning to all of you. So may I request from that corner to this corner, can you introduce yourself? You start with the corner, yes. You just tell your name, where from you have come. Only participants, only participants.
This side.
Yeah.
My name is Manu Sharma. And
My name,
my name is Manu Sharma, and I am a student of MIT Mohali.
Mohali.
Morning, sir. My name is Sachin Vaid. I am from the Institute of Advanced Research, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. I am pursuing my PhD in biotechnology.
Biotechnology, great.
Sir, my name is Darleen Parekh.
Yoshibur,
My name is Darleen Parekh. I'm from Gujarat, India, Gandhinagar, and I'm pursuing PhD in biotechnology.
biotechnology.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Isha Bharsnika, and I am from Institute of Advanced Research, Gandhinagar, and I'm pursuing a PhD in biotechnology.
Which area of biotech you are pursuing your PhD?
Science.
Again, which side of environmental science? Which year you are? Remediation, good. We have a very strong group in our Amity Institute of Environmental Studies, very strong group who are working on bioremediation. Yeah, you may like to interact after when this is going on, in between when there is a time, you'll be seeing them, and I would like to, interact with the Manoj. Manoj is here. He's there. Manoj is there, Abhishek is there. So you may like to interact with them. So very good research is going on.
I'm pursuing a PhD scholar, and we are working on bioremediation.
Bioremediation, great.
Sir, my name is Niyati Gupta, and I'm studying graphic era development.
Graphic era Dehradun. Which area? Environmental science.
Myself Ananya Singh, and I am pursuing Masters in Environmental Science from Rafikara Deemed University.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Prajal Duri, and I'm pursuing Master's in Environmental Science from Rafikara Deemed University, Dehradun.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shubham Singh. I am pursuing environmental science, graphical deemed to be used.
Hello everyone, I am Asmita Raj. I am pursuing PhD in Environmental Science from IP University, Delhi, Dwarka.
Good morning, sir. My name is Anshya Shukla. I am from MIT Lucknow. I am pursuing MSc Environmental Science. Good morning, sir. Myself Vanika, and I am pursuing a Master's in Environmental Science from MIT University, Mohali.
Good morning, one and all. My name is Deepika Pathaya. I am from Uttarakhand, and I am currently pursuing my master's degree from in environmental science from Central University of Haryana. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shweta. Currently, I am doing PhD in environmental science from MIT University.
हाँ जी सर
Good morning,
सर
sir.
82
My name is Sarma Singh,
Select
and I'm
25 सर उसमें से भी 3-4 आए ही नहीं सर
Good morning, sir. Myself, Monica. I'm doing PhD from Local Family University, Haridwar.
Good morning. My name is Partha Sagan, and I am doing PhD from Gurukul Family University.
And which area? You have to tell the area. Very good.
My name is Pratika Maurya, and I am pursuing my PhD from Environmental Science from College Gurukul Kamli, Haridwar. And my area of interest is bioremediation. Good morning, sir. I am Saraswati Kumar from Central University of Technology and Management, pursuing Master's in Department of Agriculture.
Hello everyone, my name is Rajni and I am a PhD scholar in JSU University of Science and Technology, Faridabad, and my research area is related to groundwater contamination.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vanshi. I am pursuing PhD in Environmental Science from IP University.
It's your area of interest,
Groundwater quality assessment using geospatial techniques.
Yeah, pass on करो.
yes
Okay, comfortable. Now, so dear participants, I would say dear, because you are all our students. So dear students, okay. Now I see it is coming from Gujarat, then going to Punjab, going to Uttarakhand, coming back to UP. So this cycle, if you just look at whatever I could assess from here, you have all come from these states. So there is a great opportunity for all of you to interact with each other. Now, question is coming, what you are going to get out of it? You are already studying a student. You are already studying environmental sciences. You'll be covering many of the topics. Then, why you are attending it? That's the first question to be asked by anybody and everybody. And that is the beginning of any research. That I must know what I am doing. I have come over here, I will be spending time over here. Then what will be my actually learning after I do this? So this is the question must all the time be in your mind so that you make the classes or make the interactions. It's a workshop. You make the interaction interactives. So ask the question to yourself, then automatically your questions will be coming to the speaker who will be speaking it. And this is one piece of my advice. Second, I like to tell you that you should start feeling yourself very honored. Why I say honored? Because out of 82 applications, I think you will agree with me, sir. You will agree with me? 82 applications, and we selected only 25. and you can see the rejection rate. So you are able to come due to your some parameters. So you should start taking pride that out of 82, only 25 of us are being selected. I think 3 are yet to join, but I think they will be joining due course of time. And with this background, I just give some introductory remarks because we should go to the tools and techniques. And all of us know that today's world, somebody quote very rightly that if at all there is going to be a third world war, it is going to be the war of water. And $1 billion business is going on water. I think no other business has prospered like the water business too. And that's the reason we have a great 2 people over here. I welcome on behalf of the Amity University, on behalf of our Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, and agreeing upon to spare your valuable times to give that skill and knowledge to the future generation who are going to shoulder the responsibility for water conservation, water preservation, and water quality. The 3 things are very, very important: water conservation, water preservation, and water quality. Now, why it is so important? Why it is so important? Because water must be made available with ease, accessibility. Now, if you go today, go to Rajasthan, if people need to walk for 1.5 to 2 kilometers to fetch a pail of water. And that is the conditions over there. Now, how do we make water accessible, drinking water accessible to them? How do we make water accessible to the remote area in the hilly areas? And how do we take the best practices that used to happen in our traditional India? I do not know how many of you have visited Golconda Fort. Golconda Fort, people used to stay in the up, but water is to flow down. But the way water they used to take away from the top, take to the top, the techniques of taking to the top, and the techniques of filtration, and those techniques of Indian tradition, we must understand it. There are different types of good practices are coming up. Say Madras, they have started a very good practices in terms of water preservation and water quality management. So how they are doing it, what are the techniques they are adopting it? And this becomes a very, very topics to know in terms of the water conservations. Preservations. Now, India has got many projects, starting with the linking of the forest, a linking of the rivers, so that excess water that flows are creating floods that could be minimized, and the water can be made available to our farmers, and water can be made available for our drinking purposes and usable purposes. Then watershed management, how the watershed is being managed. What are the different types of, your small dams are created, not big dams. Small dams are created so that water, gets percolated to the earth, to the inside the earth, inside the planet. So those techniques are already known. So all of you must be well aware of those techniques. Then there is a very beautiful study that was conducted by one IS officer, Butch, who was the Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh. After his retirement, he started doing it, and he created some sort of ecosystem by planting different type of plants or different type of trees which can hold the water. And he showed experimentally that how the water table increased due to the plantation of those type of forests. So there is a tremendous amount of interlinkages, you can see that. Trees or forest, water preservations, water table preservations, then river flowing, and then river evaporation, again precipitations. There is a huge cycle. Those scientific cycles, you must understand how these scientific cycles are taking place. Now, the moment there is a discontinuity in the cycle, so there is a disasters. This may be due to temperature gradient. This may be due to other external parameters like El Nino effect. There could be other external parameters, aerosols, air pollutions, heat radiations, and so many parameters or interlinking parameters are there for this water precipitation and climate change. And today climate change is the hot topic. Hot, very much hot topic. Somewhere you will be finding huge amount of precipitation. Somewhere you will be finding very less amount of precipitations. Why it is happening? Longer durations of the winter that is taking place and shorter duration of the summer that is taking place. Why it has been happening? They are all interrelated, interlinked. We cannot say this is the cause, this is the effect. So we are not still able to unravel the causal effect relationship. Now coming back to the water. Now conservation I've talked a little bit, preservation I've talked a little, now quality. So that it is not only ease for our community, Indian community to get the water easily. They do not only get accessibility, access of water, but with quality. Now, how do you maintain the quality? Now, different types of water turbidity is there. There are researches that are taking place for turbidity test. Now, biomedical, lots of you are working. Bioremedial measures, how to really take care of the different types of bacillus and the bacteria from the water. How to take care of the different types of filtration process. Now, we are using different types of filters in our home. Look at the way they are taking away all the minerals, and which are good for us, which are good for our human health. We are no doubt getting a water which is aerosol free. We are getting water, maybe bacteria free, but what is the mineral that we are losing out of this process? Now, what could be another approach for creating a quality water? So I think some of my colleagues over here, I think Manoj was working on osmosis process of water filtration, membrane process of water filtration. Very successful. And then it is also maintaining the water quality. So water quality, when we talk about it, is not only in terms of the heavy metals, but water quality, we also talk about the required minerals that are going to be there. Now, how to do it? So there is a huge opportunity in terms of doing it. Otherwise, what will happen? The famous Tamil movie, I all the time quote it. What it says? So people are traveling in a ship, all of a sudden ship sank. And then they were saved through safety boat. And they were moving, nobody came there to rescue, they were moving. They found water is everywhere, but not a single drop to drink. So they call Tanir, the name of the movie is Tanir. So Tanir is everywhere, but not a single drop of water to drink. And that's the quality. That's the, salt content, how to remove the salt content. Now, if we remove the salt content, does it become a drinkable water? Or does it contain some other type of bacillus or other type of bacteria? So as a student of environmental sciences, you must be very, very well aware of, well careful of. So researches are going on in many dimensions of the water quality management. I think there are many tools and techniques available. How do you do the sampling? What is the best way of doing the sampling? What are the best way of understanding the different types of turbidity? And are those equipments are capable enough to really give us the right type of data? And this needs to be pondered with. And so as a student coming from a different parts of the country, so you should be actually इसी ऑफिस के
जी
कोई इसी ऑफिस से
Yes.
DST से इसी ऑफिस से जो पासवर्ड किया पहले नहीं बताता So more or less, I'm at the end of my deliberations and just a cut and razor. So 2-3 advices I've already made it. That you must know why you are here. You must take pride that out of 82, you are only 25 who have been selected based on different parameters. You should start taking pride. Third, what is going to be your own learning? With what learning you'll be going out from this place. So that you remember that I attended a workshop, and after attending this workshop, these are my value addition. Then you'll remember this workshop throughout your life. And if you want to do that, question yourself and develop the habit of questioning. During this workshop and maybe after the workshop, as a student, as a researcher, many of you are already the research scholars. So start developing this type of questioning habits. I all the time say that if you don't have a questions, if you go on doing the stereotype, traditional research, nothing is going to happen. And our honorable founder president all the time says, think out of the box. Don't think that, solution is ready-made or traditional. You have to see that what best can be done, what further best can be done for the benefit of the mankind. That's the true service, and that's the reason possibly DST is encouraging such type of workshops. And workshop is not one-to-one communication. Workshop is going to be your question, the expert's answer, interactive. Maybe some of you know the answer. Some of you should also try to give the answer and try to make it agree to disagree type of situations. And learning goes from there. So make it a learning friendly environment. And that will be the success of this workshop. And you will also feel, yes, I spend my time worthwhile. With all these words, I thank Dr. Inaugural. She made this proposal. She came to me, said, we are trying to, I said, yes, please go ahead, don't hesitate. And we are thankful to DST for giving us this funding. And with this funding, we are conducting it. We are conducting this workshop. Now, if your learning goes much deep, we shall be also motivated to take up such type of workshop in future in much greater way and with a much greater vigor. So make it a successful workshop. That's my submission to all of you. Wish you all the best. Have a nice day over here during this workshop, and God bless you all. Thank you.
So much, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights and thoughts. Your mentorship continues to guide us on the path of knowledge and sustainability. As we progress through the workshop's agenda, let's carry with us the wisdom shared by Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, and strive to make meaningful contributions to the realm of environmental sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, a momentous occasion awaits us as we are graced by the esteemed presence of Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. Let us warmly welcome her with a round of applause. Let's have a huge round of applause for her. It is now a distinct honor to welcome a visionary leader whose remarkable guidance and leadership have propelled Amity University, Uttar Pradesh to its esteemed position. Her dedication to education, innovation, and sustainable growth is truly commendable. We are delighted to invite to the stage Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am, the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, whose thoughts will undoubtedly enrich our understanding. Let's extend a warm round of applause as ma'am shares her insights.
Our guest of honors, Mr. Sandeep, Director Control of Pollution and Agitation Project Director, Society of Integrated Coastal Management. Our guest of honor, Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Mandal, Scientist F and Project Head, National Center for Seismology, Ministry of Earth Sciences. Dr. Baddapadhyay, mentor of the institution, Dr. Renu Dhupar, all faculty member, but most important, the participants of hands-on training program on tools and techniques of water quality, monitoring, sampling, analysis, and quality assurance. First of all, I would like to extend very warm welcome to our very honored guest of honors, Mr. Sandeep and Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Mandalji. And most importantly, all the participants who have joined this hands-on training program. I would like to also congratulate all of you because this training program is extremely important as we all know that what is the very important source of sustenance of the life and safeguarding the water quality is thus intrinsic to the protecting public health, preserving ecosystem, and achieving the sustainable development goals. I do not think that without water there can be any kind of life, not only the human life, but the animal life, the plant life, everything. But we have seen with the rapid industrialization and population pressure, the maintaining the pristine water bodies is a very big challenge. And also the groundwater which is being extracted continuously is also lowering the water table at various places, which also is a threat to the life in times to come, unless the water recharge happens. So therefore, the 3 or 4 aspects which are very important, the quality and the quantity of the water. So when we talk about the quantity of the water, that how do we one side recycle the water, but at the same time how we do the rainwater harvesting, as well as that how especially when floods come, they not only destroy the many things, but also if some system can be made that floods can be reduced and the water can be saved by diverting the water. So I think a lot of work in this area is being done and thought of how the various rivers can be connected and the water can be spread across the country rather than having the certain areas. But today's topic is more on the water quality monitoring. So how and this workshop which is being organized is going to speak on going to address almost all the aspects of the water quality monitoring, sampling, analysis, and quality assurance. And I was going through the workshop where immediately after this session where you are going to have the what are the various water quality parameters and their significance and how you can sample the waters. Various sampling techniques and procedures for the water quality analysis are going to be discussed. And also, not only will be discussed, but those techniques will also be demonstrated during the program and hands-on practice in the water sampling will also be done. So that means it's not only the lecture mode of a workshop, but it's also going to give the hands-on training to all of you. And that means that this is workshop is more of skill oriented, not only the knowledge oriented, but knowledge and the skill oriented workshop. Also that they are going to introduce the various lab equipments and the reagents which are used for the quality testing, quality analysis, and also you will get the campus tour to know the to give you the case study. So you will have the campus tour of STPs or the water treatment facilities and others, so that you can learn and you can discuss in the next session, and you can learn how the water quality is improved. And so also that they will be discussing about the analytical methods and the techniques, and various methods will be also demonstrated, so that you can understand how you have to when you have to do the quality monitoring or the quality testing, you can use those methods. And while you're doing all the testing, and this is very important in the safety aspect. So how can you have the safety assurance in the various labs when you're using the various chemicals or the reagents? So what procedures to be followed, and how you can when you're doing the treatment, water treatment, how you can, especially membrane-based treatment, what is that and how that can be done, and how you can do the analysis. And again, I can see in all the sessions, there's always hands-on practice in the demonstration. That means this workshop will surely will help you in a big way, and with the objective which SERB has funded, this training program will help in achieving that goal of the skill development, and how we can assure the water quality and monitor the water quality using various techniques. I'm extremely thankful to uh, our guest of honor, Mr. Sandeep ji, Director Control of Pollution, as well as Dr. Himanshu Shekharji. I would like to discuss with both of you what all can be done together, Amity University and uh, and your organization, because our honorable founder president Dr. Ashok Chauhan has always envisioned and this to contribute to the nation building through research, innovation, uh, and education and beyond. And so therefore, a lot of emphasis one side is on the community engagement. It's important to understand the societal needs. At the same time, uh, do the research and innovation aligned with the national priorities, and so that we can directly contribute to the nation building. Amity University has more than 2,200 patents filed, more than 305 patents are already granted. A number of technologies have been commercialized. University has a very unique culture that where the faculty can start their own ventures also. So we have the faculty initiated startups in the campus, and we also look at that how the student can be supported to start their own ventures. So number of student startups we have seen in the campus. And the last year we did one of the workshop. It was purely on the water quality and water treatment, and we had that and most of the startups were linked with only the quality of the water, and how the water can be made available to all, pure water. So I'm sure that when we are looking at that minister government has taken a lot of initiatives, how we can really build a strong relationship between the academic institutions and the government departments. Today we have another initiative which is going on our campus. Um, the school children, 9th and 10th class children are on our campus. They have come to visit the campus and decide what they would like to do after 12th. So this was the initiative of the government of UP, that all schools, the government school children must go and visit the universities. So certain schools have been allocated to our university. So we are very happy and delighted to see those school children. And I'm sure that at the end of the day, they will see the many things and where their mind will open what they would like to do after um, doing their 12th from their school. So we want to build the pipeline of the ones and how we can encourage the young students to take those areas which can really straightway contribute to the innovation. At the same time, we would like to build a partnership with the various organization, industry, government, that how the MIT University can contribute to the national priorities and contribute to the nation building and make India the Viksit Bharat by 2047. So I'm extremely thankful for you to giving this your important and valuable time here. And that surely um, indicates that you have the one side the keen interest to develop the future talent and at the same time uh, build a stronger bonding with the academic institution. And I would like to congratulate Dr. Renu Dhupar and her entire team for taking this initiative and structuring the workshop, you know, covering almost all the aspects of, water quality monitoring, sampling, analysis, using various tools and techniques. And I'm sure that all the participants will go enriched with the requisite skills and competences, and straightway they will start using this in their day-to-day functioning and will improve in times to come, improve the quality of water for the protecting the public health, preserving the ecosystem, and achieving the sustainable development goals. With this, I wish all the best and grand success of this workshop.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your enlightening thoughts. Your visionary leadership continues to guide us towards a future of knowledge, sustainability, and progress. As we continue with the workshop sessions, let's carry the perspectives shared by ma'am in our minds, nurturing our commitment to making a positive impact on the environment and society. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a privilege to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. H.S. Mandal, scientist and project head at the National Center for Seismology, Ministry of Earth Sciences. Sir is a distinguished professional who has dedicated his career to the study and application of seismology and applied geophysics. He obtained his master's in applied geophysics from the Indian Institute of Technology, followed by a PhD from the same institution. His pursuit of knowledge has taken him across borders, earning him a postdoctorate diploma in seismology from the International Institute of Seismology and Earthquake Engineering and Building Research Institute in Japan. Throughout his illustrious career, Sir has held various significant positions in the multidisciplinary organizations of the Government of India. His roles have included research, fellowship, scientific positions, and contribution to disaster mitigation efforts, notably in the aftermath of the earthquakes in Gujarat. He has also been actively involved in groundwater exploration, geotechnical and geophysical investigations, and earthquake engineering. Sir's expertise extends beyond national boundaries, as evidenced by his involvement in international collaboration and memberships in esteemed societies such as the Indian Geophysical Union, Indian Society of Earthquake Sciences, and Indian Meteorological Society. His commitment to advancing the field of seismology and disaster mitigation is reflected in his extensive publication record, which includes numerous research papers in both national and international peer-reviewed journals. Currently, Sir is spearheading the seismic microzonation project for 30 cities in India, further underscoring his dedication to ensuring the safety and resilience of our communities. Please join me in welcoming and extending a warm welcome to Dr. H.S. Mandal as we eagerly anticipate his address, which promises to enrich our understanding of seismology and sustainability. Can we have a news behind the screen?
Thank you. Thank you, and just good afternoon it is. And respected Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay sir and Dr. Balvinder Shukla madam, Vice Chancellor of MIT University, our Mr. Sandeep Kumar Director ji, and Dr. Renu Dhupedar and Harshita madam, thank you. So I actually all the things has been explained by our Professor D.K. Bandyopadhyay sir and Madam Balvinder Shukla madam. So now I want to say I am from the government organization. So you are now student, you have to work in actual field condition. So it is the topic that you are that MIT University have been selected, that water quality monitoring and sampling and quality assurance. It is a big challenges and you have to do this. And such type of work is doing by Central Groundwater Board. Okay, so Central Groundwater Board, they have the monitoring stations is also there. So that is called National Hydrograph Stations. So hydrograph stations, they are monitoring every quarterly. So that quarterly, if you take the samples, so and then that samples you have to analyze, and then you can state-wise or country-wise, you can find out what are the pollution level or quality deteriorating or improving. So improvement or quality deterioration, there are many steps or techniques are there. So first we need to understand what you have to do. So we need the data, and then data quality you have to be generating the whatever the data that you have to be just understand properly. And if you understand the data, then you bring this data into model. So model parameter is very important. Then model you have to be understand, and then whatever the output model parameters you are getting, you have to be interpreted properly. Whether you are interpreting properly or not, you have to take the expert judgment. Like many organizations, they are working also. So parallelly, like NGOs also doing, or central government also doing this. So if we have to be do or focus in this way, so we can achieve some goals. So what is that? We have the water quality problems there. You know that it is known to all of you as that about 3:1 water and land is there. So with 3:1 water, but ocean water is not used. So whatever that remaining, what is 3% of water is our land, within the land. But water budget now you have to think. So drinking purpose, how much it is used, it may be 1% or 2%. So depend. So depend upon country to country also. So rest of the water, where it is storing, that within the that glacier form or ice sheets or like this. So that is the Antarctica or some other portions are there. So these are the things. If you have to first understand globally, then you have to come regional, and then you have to come localized system. So your interest area, the study, which area you want to do. Like for example, I am saying, giving an example that I was in Gujarat, 1998 to 2003, where I posted there first time after completing my master degree from Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad. And then I have seen that their water is not available there, at least 60 meter, 100 meter there. Whatever the water is there, water quality is very poor. Means in terms of hard water or polluted water. You know that right now the Sabarmati river is has improved, because so many water channels that it is coming from Narmada river, they have been connected it, and that water quality or availability is increased. But during the 2003, I remembered that whatever the water supplied to the domestic purpose, that is not usable, because I came from that Dhanbad, that area, that water is qualitatively good, but once we reach to that places, that quality is very poor. Now, how to improve this? These are the things. That is the question. Then if you think this way, so now what is that? that is channel, river canal has been developed from, what is that, Narmada River to enter Saurashtra and some other parts. So during that time, I have seen that canals and all the things are just, they are set up, means work continued on the time. And then that, what is that? Sometimes that water have to be used as a recharge, okay? Because rainfall is less in Gujarat or Rajasthan. If you go in that portion, western portion, that portion rainfall is less. So due to less rainfall, what we have to be take that artificial recharge. If you take, then the aquifer system will be recharged more. So first you have to be also understand what are the aquifers. Okay. So some aquifers, if you say within the Indo-Gangetic plain, because I have also worked with ONGC that places, that if you go for Indo-Gangetic plain, if you go for deeper aquifer, because water shallow aquifer has already finished. Now, if you go deep, because they have been used for agriculture purposes. Now, if you go for deeper aquifer, that is the brackish. So you have to understand water quality in terms of pH value. Whether pH value 7 or less than 7 means acidic or brackish or something. And then it will come to hardness of the what is hardness, how much calcium ions or magnesium, whatever the hardness is there. So that you have to be understand. So that whatever that deeper aquifer, if you go, it is brackish. Why it is brackish? Because if you go deeper and deeper, its water is not used for a long time. So if you not use that water for a long time, that quality, generally research found that quality deteriorated. So if you go 400-meter drilling also, that water quality become a brackish. So that is also not used for the drinking purposes. So although that area is Indo-Gangetic plain, where plenty of waters are available, but such situation. So these are the things you have to understand properly. And then I hope this training course, they have been, whatever they've been formatted, it is very good. And you have to, if you go properly, you have to understand data and all the things and analysis. And then you have to become some particular area. Suppose in Delhi area, if you say, so many polluted waters are there. So what are the pollution? Pollutions are there to industrial pollution. So industrial pollution, then acid rains is also occurring. So what is that? Sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. Once it is coming to the atmosphere, then pollutions are there. And once it is rain, then it's called acid rain. So that acid rain, when it is percolated to our subsurface, so it is also polluting. So these are all our human activities. So human activity, how we can control this? Because this we can control. So this is our challenges for using as a climate change and or something else. So if we go for these issues, then we can surely we can do in better way. So now I am coming to this, like I'm working in National Center for Seismology. Okay, so seismology, whatever the building structures are there, so seismic microgenesis city-wise we are also doing. So we have already a project, Ministry of Arts and Science, the 30 cities seismic microgenesis we are doing. Seismic microgenesis doing what that earthquake resistant design building we are constructing. So this is also another topic. So I hope next time some project also come and then such type of training also may be done. But now it is, now I am not going beyond this, because you will be then some problem will become. So, but earthquake seismic microgenesis, it is a holistic model also we have generated, and it has been generated by Ministry of Arts and Science. So Ministry of Arts and also a lot of funds, projects are there, and training and capacity building, if you give also the students, also Ministry of Arts and Science are agree to this. So by this way, so now I am just stopping my words. Thank you for calling here.
Thank you so much, sir. Let us extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. H.S. Mandal, sir, for his insightful address, which has undoubtedly broadened our understanding of seismology and disaster management. Sir's expertise and passion for this field have shown through his enlightening remarks, leaving us with valuable insights to ponder upon. Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge and expertise with us today. It is now with distinct honor and privilege that we welcome our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Sundeep Sir, Director Control of Pollution and Additional Project Director, Society of Integrated Coastal Management from the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Government of India. Sir brings with him a wealth of experience and expertise garnered over the years in various capacities within the ministry and associated organization. With a career spanning several pivotal roles, his contributions have significantly impacted policies and initiatives aimed at environmental protection and sustainability. Having served as a director at the Central Pollution Control Board, Sir has been at the forefront of crucial projects and regulatory framework aimed at addressing pollution and ensuring the conservation of natural resources, particularly focusing on the River Ganga basin. His dedication and commitment to environmental stewardship are evident in his work, which includes technical evaluation of projects, design and implementation of water quality monitoring networks, and drafting of key legislations. Today, we are honored to have with us Sir share his insights and experiences with us. His address promises to shed light on the challenges and opportunities in pollution control, offering valuable perspectives that will undoubtedly enrich our understanding of these critical issues. Please join me in welcoming and extending a warm welcome to Mr. Sandeep Sir for expressing our sincere gratitude for his presence and contribution to our event. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Harshita. And thank you, Amity University and Science and Engineering Board for promoting such initiative. And you heard Vice Chancellor, Dr. Bandyopadhyay, and my senior Mandal Saab. Let me give you some background, and I would expect like it may go 10-15 minutes extra, I don't mind. But I would like to hear some interaction from you because I've gone through the whole schedule and I find that there are a lot of things which you will be going through. And most of you are doing research or you are in MSc. Thereafter, those who are in MSc will be going to do some research or going into the market directly for some livelihood, what they feel, either teaching or industrial or public health or government. I will just, first thing I will like to congratulate Madam that out of 85, 25 years selected, and I'm pleased that among this entire batch, when I started as a master's, when I was in master's, in my class, there were 22 people. Out of that, only there was one girl. Today, I'm happy that it is different way, and that shows that the things have gone not only for job, but people are completely. So today I will go back and talk to my classmate, Sunita, she is with Niri, that see, today we are at a place where we used to tell her, I tell you, at that time, what you will go and do in field. How will you do that? And today, over a period of time, I have found that no, they are more dedicated, they get good results, and it's good to see that. So that I should appreciate one. Now coming to like the topic, tool and techniques of water quality monitoring, sampling, analysis, and quality assurance. Those who are in research, irrespective whether you are in bioremediation or in pollution or in water quality, RO, whatever field you are, forget that the term tool and techniques for water quality is one subject. When you go through the entire exercise, water is one of the case study. But more or less, whatever process you will be exposed to, it applies to air pollution, it applies to soil analysis. For that matter, even food grade testing, any lab, you are doing any analysis, you have to go through certain things which are common for everything, even for your R&D. There's certain water quality. When we talk, it is good that you have taken water, because everyone goes through, they can feel it. When you get connected with a subject, you are more interested, and then you start getting those things much faster. And once you correlate it, like any movie, when you correlate yourself with a movie story, that story goes, that movie is super hit. Same. Water quality is a subject where you correlate, each and everyone see that. And then they feel, okay, I am also part of it. And then you start learning that. This is a concept basically. Now, when we talk about water, I will not get into a lot of things. I will try to share my experience. I started my career with water. Till now, I have been working with water mainly, and right from drain to sea. We call it source to sea. Today, I am looking after coastal water management also. And I started with, my first work was in Delhi. I was with NIRI when I did my master's. Then first job I was given was drain monitoring of Okla. That time, Yamuna River, I am talking about 93. I was asked to monitor drain and design a treatment plant for Okla, which is an industrial estate having multiple industries, textile to food grade and everything. And the first thing we did was, and similar lot of exercise we did in Panipat and Satluj Action Plan, even to that level right now in Ganga also. I used to sit on the drain on a stone, and every hour I used to take sample, put it in the container, and that was called composite sample. That time we were never taught about what today is NABL, ISO 17025. Just we were told by our seniors, you go, ensure that this is the depth, take the water, put it in this, and bring it. From Delhi, we took the sample to Niri Nagpur. We did all exercise, and we designed the ETP and everything. So the entire cycle we did. As we grow, I joined Central Pollution Control Board. Then I found what is the importance of quality assurance. Because that time I was sampling was an entire exercise. I did the analysis, all titration or AS, everything we were exposed to. But that time the significance number, when we talk about significance, 25.37 or 25 or 26, which number to take depend upon how you are going to use the data you are going to generate. If you are going for water, drinking water, and the same sample I give you, and I say this is drinking water sample, you have to be very precise to that extent that a small contamination will affect the health of the people. But if I am going to design a treatment plan, 25.7 or 24 or 26 does not matter, because it is, so first of all, you should know what is the objective of why you are doing sampling or why you are on the job. So that defines your concept approach. And that will help you in going. If you are doing R&D, like PhD, you need to go to point some level. And then because you have to compare it, because you are looking into bioremediation or you are getting into nanobiotechnology, those places it's micro level, or in pharmaceutical. When you go and do a sampling or you do analysis, I will not say sampling, you do analysis in lab. Basically, you need to know in PPB method, because that is where the medicines are made and you have to compose it in that way. So you should be aware about in which media, what concentration I have to put in and how to analyze it. So that's the reason you need to know what exactly is the purpose, what is your objective, and then comes what are the techniques. Now, working in lab will not give you what exactly you feel. You get a sample and you do a very good analysis. But what happened that the sampling was not correct. So if you have to give something, you have to start from the origin. The sampling process has to be perfect. You should know why you are doing, what methodologies you have to take up. Thereafter, storage. When you collect the sample, you have to store it there. Then you have to transport it. You take a sample in Uttarakhand upstream, where the temperature of the water is 7 degree or 10 degree, and you bring it to Delhi, where the ambient temperature is 27. There will be change. And that generally we feel that there is a change, it doesn't matter with the constituent, but it matters. Simple like if the temperature changes, the dissolved oxygen in the water gets changed. So you have to know which parameter where you have to do, which can be preserved, then you know what are the preservatives you have to use, how much you have to use. Because preservation like you have to do for metal. So you have to make sure that the pH of the sample is less than 2. And that when it has to be less than 2, your basic chemistry comes into picture and say that, okay, unless you have gas-based acid, you cannot do it. So sulfuric acid will not do, you have to bring in nitric acid. So when you go for sampling, you have to do sampling planning. So all those things are part of your final result. If you don't save it, you are not going to do. Then transportation is one part. Then you bring it in the lab, you store it. When you store it, you should know how to store that sample. If it is bacteriological, how to store it. If it is for metal, how it has to be stored. If it is for organic or inorganic, how it has to be stored. All those are to be defined and followed. Otherwise, suppose you are doing a bioremediation project just to take care and groundwater contamination. Someone is doing there in groundwater part. Now the sample or water comes from a area which is contaminated with heavy metal, and the water percolates and goes to the groundwater, and you have. So you should know to what depth the sample you are taking, whether it has to be preserved for organic or inorganic, because you don't know whether the metals are fixed with the organic matter or inorganic matter. So you have to preserve either way and bring it, and accordingly you have to analyze. So there are many things, the science and the techniques. These are two different things. Techniques can only be supported once you know the fundamental of science, whether it is chemistry or instrumentation, like that. So this is a complete sampling planning you have to do. Once you are in lab, now it's good that we have ISO. When we talk about ISO, it is NABL accreditation, lot of labs are there. It's more to give confidence to build in a system. Because what happens is, if you don't have a system, things will not be in proper. Even in college, you have a system. Everywhere, you come to the class or you come to the gate, you make an entry, you get your iCard. These are all made system where you adhere, and then you are assured that, okay, if someone has made the attendance, he is there. Records are maintained, you can trace it, there are a lot of benefits. So that is what ISO is all about. So NABL is an accreditation process. And then you have OSHA's safety. A person cannot work. Earlier, when you used to do, there was no ventilation in the lab, and you put on hot plate, the chemicals were there, fumes were coming up, and everyone was okay, my job is being done. Never we thought about acid fume in the lab. Now, each and every things are there, because the person who was working, their safety, their health, all things has to be considered. So now for all regulatory purpose, NABL and OSHAs are compulsory. You have to have it, then only the government will recognize your lab. Why it is so? Because when you have an NABL, I can go and see that the sample when it comes and the report which is there, each and everything, what has happened is traceable. And the system is in place. So at any place, anything goes wrong, you can know that where the error has gone wrong, error has happened, and it has affected the result. So the traceability is there, a system is in place. So you get assurance that, okay, they are maintaining, so you can rely on those data. And especially when you're dealing with pollution control as a regulator, there is a very thin difference between 30, suppose BOD has to be 30. And when you ask suppose a court asks you, go and do the sampling and get whether this industry is meeting the norms or not on a public complaint. You go take a sample and then come in the lab, do it, and the value is 32 or 28. You go to the court will say it is more than 30. Yes, sir, close the industry. If it is 28, now when you get into the NABL system, there is a call, and for research person especially, whenever you give any data, you put a tag of uncertainty, plus minus 10%, plus minus 5%. So in that case, whoever is going to read that, they will say, okay, fine. This is 20 or 30%, and then 5% error may be positive or negative on this sample. So 5% error, that is the band in which this sample is. Because there is no accurate, when you get into the more detail of the lab and data, there is no true value. You have to define true value based on your own skill and other parameters like instrument, how it is working, whether it is calibrated, to what extent calibrated, to what degree it is calibrated, how accuracy and precision you are maintaining it, calibration and validation. You have SRM, standard reference material or certified reference material. How frequently you use that, to what extent it is there. Even the lamps when you use in AS, those lamps, how old they are, how frequently you calibrate them, because as the lamp ages, the lot of things change. So there are many things. I hope that those things will be covered in this, and you have to look into those aspects. To be very honest, in my 30 plus year of experience in field, I am auditor, certified auditor, NABL, OSHA's. And if you ask me today also, I will not say that we have more than, although we have 100 plus recognized labs. But when you go and talk to the person who does the job, the moment they get to certain level and the competency, they move to a bigger firm, and there is always a demand. Now, these demands were only limited to labs, so there were not much scope. But today, I tell you, the things have changed. The corporates, the concept of corporates are now on sustainability. And as rightly talked earlier by Vice Chancellor and everyone, water is going to be a core for sustainability of any industry. If you just go through any data, you will find that 16 liter is required to make 1 page of paper. 6 cubic meter that is required to make 1 ton of steel. All these are water consuming. Now we call it cascading utilization. Like you draw the water, use it, then put it in drain. You have sewage, you treat it, and then thereafter you use it for purpose. Like I can give you many examples. Nagpur, they are using in power plant the sewage treated water. Mathura, they are going to use it in refinery. Jamnagar, they are using in lot of industrial sector. Chennai, it is used in most of the industrial plant. Gujarat will have in Bharuch, lot of places they will be doing. Wherever you have water scarcity, these will be there. And the question comes, I to what extent I'm treating, and the buyer. There is a consumer, client, consumer and a seller. STP being whether it is operating properly, and then someone who is buying, how much money he will put it to qualify that water for his own purpose. The quality and quantity. So in water case, never, even it is available, quality matters more than quantity. You have bucket of water, but if it is soap water, you don't have water for drinking, not for cleaning. So quality matters. And when we say quality matters, as per the purpose, objective of that water, for what it is being used, it has to be tested. Much has been talked about RO system. It's approved, like I was one of the person, like I fought it for RO, whether it should be banned or not. It's a very classic case, and for you people who are in lab, it is more important. What happened that NGT asked me directly, putting me a timeline that you have to close this RO water. There should not be any RO. Otherwise, you have to put in, because there is a lot of wastage of RO, water reject, and it also deprive people of lot of minerals. And on this basis, we were asked to make a regulation to close it. The entire RO supplier industry, those who are there in the market, they all got affected. They said that the entire market will close. They went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court asked us to just go and see that whether RO, how judiciously you have to take a call. It took me 3 months to do entire world assessment, whether any country has banned, anyone has made any standard on that. And there was nowhere except China. They had made certain quality on RO, but that was also a vague guideline, not a standard norms, which has to be regulated. The question was whether we should stop RO or we should allow them. First thing, yes, there are minerals which is essential for human body and a quality which you need to do. But the best part of water is when you grow, you develop a taste for water. A person who is in Uttarakhand, a person who is in Gujarat or Rajasthan, a person in West Bengal, you just serve them the same water. And you will find that those person who are in Uttarakhand, they take from their own well. They will say that will be more satisfying. And then same water, if you give it to Gujarat person, he will say, no, I need something different. Because he will not get that taste, because he has developed that taste. वो कहते हैं ना अपनी माँ की खाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है, ऐसा नहीं है. वो इसलिए है because you have been brought and brought up with that food and that taste buds and everything has been there. So that was the reason. Similarly, it goes with water. And there comes the picture of this Bisleri and all those companies which have come out. They made a standard, uniform. Like go abroad anywhere, across India, you will get same water. So you are assured that, okay, this water is same, but that may not make you satisfying if you are not habituated. So now this is the main cause, and RO is a technology you must be using. If you are using ICP and all those high-end instrument, anyone, you need nano pure water. So nano pure water is where you need to have minimum mineral interference. Basically, you remove the noise and impurities when you do a sampling. That water is required there. But if you go on in other titrating method, you do only distilled water. In some method or some analysis, you use double distilled water. So it is all your requirement where you do. Same is with, because RO has been a talk of the town every time I have been, every time I come across, and lot of people have worked on it. See, we talk about drinking water. BIS is an organization which gives us what is acceptable and what is not. There is a range for everything. There are some 56 parameters, including bacteriological. There are 2-3 things which RO can remove, no other system technology can remove as of today. Either you distill the entire water, double distill, make pure water, and then you add mineral and then you drink. That is some water bottle is coming out. Another is you remove the impurities. But there are viruses which are so small in size, and that can pass many of the things except RO. Or you have to put in nanotechnology, which is very costly, ultrafiltration. So when you come to that level, most of the physicochemical part, monomolecules, dimolecules, those can be removed. That is not a problem. But when you call for a disease, for cause of disease, which should not be there, so there RO comes. And you have to have it. But then there are technologies which we don't now abide by. You don't need RO if you have a good water. Just passes through lime candle, the old lime candle. And I am sure, and you keep changing that candle or washing that candle. Anyone from, a lot of people are from biotechnology, they must be knowing, no bacteria can survive in alkaline condition. They can survive in acidic condition. They are always there in our stomach, acidic part, everything. But alkaline, they cannot survive. And that is the reason old age, you go to all historical thing, you will find that either it is perforated through a set of sand, oil, this thing, which are all alkaline environment, or lime candle, pass it and you will get. Yes, if you have more than 500 TDS, definitely you can, there are people who are drinking 1800, 1600, 1200 TDS in Rajasthan. And because they don't have water and they don't have that capability to refine it. So it's more to do with what you develop a taste, how you go about it. And it's good because when you use RO, there are 2 water which is coming out of it. One is a water quality which you have defined, 200 TDS or 400 TDS, and it's nothing. It's a mass balance. If you are getting 10, 2 this side, 8 this side. So that 8 is also a water which high purity, and most of the RO rejects can be used for other purposes within the house. So instead of putting it in drain, if you use it for बर्तन धोने के काम में लाए, तो उसमें यही होगा, जब वो सूखेगा तो उसके अंदर में व्हाइट दाग आ जाएगी, जिसमें जो आपके सॉल्ट्स हैं वो रहेंगे. आप उसको कपड़े से पोंछ लें. There are other, even the high concentration, I'm 100% sure in Delhi, NCR region, these water can be used even for washing clothes, because that won't be a problem. And there are people who are doing it. So basically, just to give you, there comes this sensitivity of testing. When you are talking about nanopure, you have to prove it. And why I told you this, because when I went to the court and Supreme Court everywhere, these data which I had collected from the labs, NABL lab, the people who have done, we have gone into that level and told them this is possible, this is not possible, and based on scientific evidence. So the entire episode is decision makers, whether it is in corporate or policy or regulator or as a user, they need scientific evidence. And those scientific evidence comes from the analysis or the science we have developed, like labs. And labs gives you data which has to be reliable. And for reliable, you have to have basic knowledge of that particular parameter you are going to deal. And thereafter the instrument, how to deal with that instrument. And when you deal with the instrument, make sure that everything is calculation and lot of things will come into picture. Those are taken care in NABL. It's more to do with the system to be in place to avoid error, to avoid intentional error. There are error which will be there when you do, but you should know what type of error you are doing and whether it is acceptable, and thereafter reporting. So the core of any decision making is based on the data being generated. And if I don't have data and I make decision policy, or even for that matter, someone claims, there are a lot of people who will claim that I have done bioremediation of a particular site. How will you define it? So you have a baseline, you have certain parameters on which you say that, okay, this needs some treatment, and after treatment, how it comes. So lot of things depend on lab analysis and quality assurance and control. These two things are which comes by skill. More you do, more you come out with this. And I think such workshops and such a hands-on training, which was not available many a times. We as a pollution control, I have been doing lot of things, but I was never able to do this sort of a thing at a lab. For pollution control board people, they do that. They bring it. We call it AQC, annual quality control. People are brought to one lab. They are given the same sample, and then they are asked to do with a particular method how you do. And even then, there is a method which goes 6 monthly. You develop a sample, and that sample is sent to every lab, and they are told that you do analysis and report it. That is called annual quality control among the labs. Internationally also you have, there are labs, agencies which does this exercise, like New York Public Health Department. You pay them and you become part of it. They will send you only 3 capsules, only 3 capsules. And there will be a complete list how to make it. And then you have to report it within given time. The best part is when we talk to them, they said, when I give you a capsule, the whole process is involved in that. How to dilute it, make a sample, and then analyze it, and then bring it, which method you are doing, which not, and what is the error, everything you have to report. So there are inter-lab calibrations. Those are also required. Inter, and then system. So a lot of things are there. I think most of the things are there in this course. And the only thing I will say, don't take it only limited to water, because most of the systems are applicable to all mode of endless substrate, what we say. But water is good to know because you can feel it. And that is where I wish this will be a very good exercise for all of you. And if you get chance, do it by your hand, your own, like MSc or PhD. I tell you, when I was doing MTech, I used to put COD almost 96 in one night. 96 COD, because I used to get the lab in night time and 4 plates were there. I have to do my all practical work, everything and keep the sample, then do it in night. And that was for almost a month. So the more you do it, it will be good. Once you go back, try to get into it. And there are good books. Standard method, just 1 minute I will take. AFA standard method. Generally, you start with one method number and you do that 4-5 paragraph and then forget it. That is not a person, वो स्कूल में होता कि टीचर ने बोला we will do that. As MSc or when you get into the market, when you after completing either you go in research everything, even you publish a research paper, there is a paragraph which has to be embedded. What is the uncertainty of your data? So those will come only when you go to the last 4 paragraph of that methodology and first 3 chapter of the book. I am sure no one goes through that first 4 chapter. How the system works, what are the things? So to what extent error is there? So those are all mathematical things, but I will just request you all that in AFA or whatever stand-up you are following, just go through the first 4 chapter. That will give you lot of information what you are doing in methodology, and for every methodology, the last 3 paragraphs. That this methodology was standardized with how many labs? Because any methodology which is defined, it's not that you come out with XYZ and publish it. This internationally, that methodology, a sample is sent to everyone. There are participating lab across the globe, maybe 50, 100, 200. You will see that in that methodology, last it is given. How many labs were there and what was the Z value? Z value is among 100, what is that? And what is the Z value and to what extent it is acceptable? How much is the reliability and uncertainty of this method? So once you know that, you will be also good to do your research work, and then you know that what I am getting and what else has got. What is the difference between the two? So these are the things you have to go through. Many things we miss out. This will be a good exposure. I believe the structure is good. And I will request you all, when you have the NABL people here, take time and be more conservative. You should have a lot of conversation with him, because that will give you good input, because he is the expert, and try to get as much as possible. Because without NABL knowledge, your entire exercise is in future, it's something like whether you know about NABL or not. Because everything is that way, it's internationally. So 17,025, and that is what any analyst should be aware of. With this, I will just thank you, ma'am, and wish you all best to. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your expertise and invaluable perspectives with us today. Your contribution to our event has been truly appreciated, and your wealth of experience and profound insights have provided us with a deeper understanding of the challenges associated with water pollution and quality control. Thank you once again. Moving on, it is our privilege and honor to express our gratitude to those who have graced us with their wisdom and insights. A token of appreciation is a small way to convey our heartfelt thanks for their invaluable contributions. As a gesture of appreciation and in alignment with our commitment to environmental sustainability, we are honored to present a token of nature's beauty and significance. Just as a sapling holds the promise of growth and renewal, we offer these Tulsi saplings to our esteemed guests as a symbol of our gratitude for their presence and contributions. May these saplings thrive and remind us of our shared responsibility to nurture and protect our environment. It is a privilege to express our deep appreciation to our guest of honor, Dr. H.S. Mandal, our esteemed guest, for gracing us with his presence today. We are honored to present a small token of our gratitude, starting with the sapling that symbolizes growth and sustainability, a reflection of the ideals you stand for. I request Dr. Inu ma'am to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. H.S. Mandal sir, for gracing us with his presence today. We are honored to present a small token of our gesture, starting with the Tulsi sapling that symbolizes growth and sustainability. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Additionally, we offer a shawl and symbol of warmth and a memento for the lasting reminder of this event.
Yes, ma'am.
I now request Dr. Sandeep sir to kindly step forward for the felicitation. We are privileged to have with us Mr. Sandeep sir, a distinguished professional among us today. To express our heartfelt appreciation, we present the sapling as a symbol of growth and sustainability, mirroring the positive impact we have made on our understanding of water resources. Additionally, we offer a shawl and a memento for the lasting reminder of this event. We express our thanks to our guest of honor for taking out time from their busy schedule and joining us for this event today. We are really honored to have a guest of honor. I now request all the faculty members for a group photograph followed by the students.
Their research career and नहीं ऐसे ही सवाल केबल है ना
सब आ रही ना चेक तीन अच्छी फोटोग्राफ लीजिएगा
अब आपने ये फोटो ये भी ILC है
Photography usually both of text like yes. So bold research. Actually, both of text. So face.
It is my privilege and great joy to extend a formal vote of thanks on behalf of Amity University on the inaugural session of the SERC-sponsored hands-on training program on tools and techniques of water quality monitoring, sampling analysis, and quality assurance, organized by Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences. We are truly honored to have the privilege to hosting such a distinguished gathering of renowned personalities, experts, and scholars in their respective fields. At the outset, I, on behalf of the AIS domain, would like to convey our deep regards and hearty thanks to Honorable Founder President, Sir Chancellor, Sir Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, Mentor, Sir, and Director AIES for providing us with an insightful introduction to the workshop. We would like to express our sincere appreciation to Professor Dr. B.K. Bandhavadre, Sir, for the enlightening address. Our special thanks to Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla Ma'am, Vice Chancellor of Amity University, for her visionary leadership and commitment to academic excellence. She has been guiding and motivating force for all of us. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. H.S. Mandar Sir and Mr. Sudeep Sir, for joining our esteemed guests and guest of honor. Your presence and knowledge that you have shared have enriched our understanding of the subject matter, and we are truly thankful for your contribution. We are grateful for the presence and acknowledge that you have shared with us. I would like to thank the participants for their active engagement and valuable contribution to the inaugural session. Your presence has made this gathering more enriching and memorable. Last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge the efforts of all the organizers and support staff who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of the event. Your dedication and hard work are truly commendable. Above and beyond, I especially thank the people who have been the backbone of the functional IT team of the Amity. We are thankful to them for their continued support for successfully conducting this program. Ladies and gentlemen, after an inspiring and insightful morning with valuable discussion, it is the time for brief break. Our program progress is driven by the dedication and enthusiasm of all those in attendance. As we prepare to refuel ourselves, I am pleased to announce that the lunch will now be served. The lunch area is located outside the LP hall. And we kindly request everyone to return after having lunch as we have the exciting lineup for the sessions of the afternoon. Thank you.
Arvind sir. Arvind sir, please close the session.